What is going on Twitch? Artemu the Violet Wizard here, and today we are continuing Pokémon Emerald. Yeah, it has certainly been a while since last time, hasn't it? Last time we managed to beat not one, but two Pokémon gyms, earning us two very impressive gym badges. And we managed to make our way all the way to Slateport City, our next destination in our Pokémon journey. We saw a few things when we were back here, like this huge conga line of Team Aqua guys. Should have brought my Game Boy Advance so we wouldn't get bored in line. Relatable, dude. Seems like we can't get into this building right now. So we'll leave that for now. Before we explore the main part of Slateport City, there was one thing that I didn't check out last time we were here, just because I wanted to end things quickly. And that is this place. Yo, trainers, whether you're hot to trot or cool cat not, chill at my papa spot. This is a very cool place. Highly recommend coming in here. I'm the owner of the Seashore House, but you can call me Mr. C. What I love about all is to see hot Pokemon battles. Let me see that your heart burns hard. If you can defeat all the trainers here, I'll reward your efforts. So I got a little bit of a gauntlet in here, but our prize here is very much worth it. If you're looking for a battle in the Seashore House, you'll find no hotter trainer than me, matey. This place is a little different in the remakes, because in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, they add 2 more trainers that you have to fight here, which is interesting. It's a nice way to earn some more experience. Let's see if Armstrong can handle this wing. I didn't do any trading in between streams, because I figured that we didn't really need to do much training going forward. Any moment when I really need to do some grinding will most likely be done before going into a major boss fight. But for now, we are pretty set in terms of levels for taking on the threats on this leg of our journey. So it has been a while since the last Emerald playthrough. Lots been going on, not necessarily positive. But in terms of good stuff, one reason that I was not doing any streams the past few weeks is because I was following a charity marathon done by Fund the Charity Room. It was called Subpar Smash Brothers. It was just freaking awesome. That was a hot battle, and except that lost, baby. So that was really fun charity stream. I highly recommend going over the VODs of it, especially when they get uploaded to YouTube, because, oh boy, it was a good time. A lot of fun stuff. Boring battles aren't worth the effort. Fiery, hot battles are what toughen up trainers and Pokemon. So I believe we haven't seen this variety of trainer yet. Beauty. They tend to use very graceful Pokemon. Well, Goldeen here is debatably so. Let's go for Headbutt. That's a decent move here. Should be very good. Oh, the critical hit. Armstrong, you are living up to your namesake here, buddy. That's hot. Thank you. Oh, you're referring to my Aron shirt. Ooh, all thirsty. Maybe I'll have a soda pop. See about that. Hey, kid. I'm gonna show you how great my Pokemon are, but don't cry. Trust me, kid, I've done all my crying just looking at Twitter. Skunazurl here, pretty basic Pokemon, not very threatening for us, especially to Armstrong, because Zurl is interesting in that it's not a water type like its evolution, Meryl is. Because in fact, Azurill is pure normal type. Both Azurill and the Meryl and its evolution gained the fairy typing in Gen 6, which is pretty cool. Gives them definitely a lot of better offensive and defensive options. It just makes them really freaking cool. Just make water and fairies a really good typing. So right there, we're getting Iron Defense. This could potentially be a good move on Armstrong. What do I want to do here? You know, Mud Slap is kind of weak. Iron Defense could be helpful if we're going up against certain opponents. Like, I can imagine one later down the line that would give us a lot of trouble, and Iron Defense could actually be really helpful there. So we'll go ahead and give him Iron Defense. Mud Slap's really not the most useful attack because of its low power, but whatever. I lost, but I won't cry. Good for you, kid. Nothing wrong with showing emotions, but I also respect your courage. One of my Pokemon knew the move for carrying me across water. It's back. I can get rid of this inner tube. That's definitely something we'll want to watch out for later down the line. Yeah, that was good training for Armstrong. Got a good level in there. You're scorching hot. Those battles blazed. I'm more than just satisfied. As thanks for showing me your hot streak, I want you to take these. It's half a dozen bottles of Soda Pop. This is a really good healing item. So we go into the bag. Soda Pop restores 60 points. That is 10 points better than Super Potions. And also, guess what? If we talk to this guy again, want to buy some Soda Pop? Pokemon love it. Just 300 a bottle. Just to reiterate, Super Potions cost 700 at the Pokemarts. Soda Pop, which heals 10 points more, is only 300. This is pretty much the best healing item you can get at this point in the game. So I definitely recommend buying as many Soda Pops as you can. They are really, really good. It's definitely going to be one of our main sources of healing for this leg of the adventure. Such a good item. Really glad I picked that up. And with that, that's everything on the beach I want to take care of. So let's go around Slateport City and see what we can find here. The light of the lighthouse reaches dozens of miles away. I wonder if it doesn't startle Pokemon in the sea. That'd be something. Recently, a battle tent was built in Slateport. Gyms are fun, but the battle tent's awesome in its own way. We should go find tough Pokemon for the battle tent. We're going to be checking that out a little later on, but it's probably something you're not going to notice if you play Ruby, Sapphire, or the remakes. This is exclusive to Emerald. Do you know what they do if old ships have become too creaky to sail? They sink them in the sea so they become habitats for Pokemon. Aw, that's very nice. The sea is just so vast. Could the sea have been made with a tear shed by Pokemon? Well, it'd definitely be salty enough. My Pokemon's a hasty nature. It has higher speed compared to my other Pokemon. Maybe their nature has something to do with the stat gains of Pokemon. Yup, that is a thing. You're a trainer, aren't you? So you came to Slateport City, you must be going to the battle tent. That is one of my goals in today's stream, yes. But yeah, natures that I've discussed before are a very key component to raising your Pokemon, because they determine their stats. So this area is interesting. The seasons, the weather, where the moon sits in the sky, these and other conditions make the sea change its expression. That's right, the sea's like a living thing. It really is, and it's so fascinating. I get seasick real easily, so I get to help out here instead. I've always been really fascinated with the ocean, especially because of this one video that I had as a kid that discussed a lot of things about like the sea and the various life that lives down there. Is really cool and like really got me interested in the ocean and marine life since I was very young. All good stuff. This goes here and that goes over there. But where does this thing go? What about this doohickey? I can't make heads or tails of this. Hi, I'm Doc. Captain Stern commissioned me to design a ferry. Oh, that there. It ain't Devon goods, but this one too. Captain Stern went off somewhere. He said he had some work to do. Could I get you to go find Captain Stern and deliver that to him? Believe it or not, that guy is required to talk to continue our adventure. Designing a large ship is more like making a big building than putting together a transportation vehicle. I guess I can see that. Don't you think it's strange that a ship made of heavy iron floats? It floats because of a principle called buoyancy. Ah, see there, the game is teaching us some things. I really like this detail here where you can see the bottom floor from this upper area. That's really cool. It's a nice touch in this game. Hello there. Where the water is clean, the fruits of bountiful harvest gather. Where people gather, a market soon starts. That's how a town is born and grows. Any Pokemon you get in a trade, you can't change its nickname. The original trainer's love for that Pokemon is in its nickname. So I can see because we talked to Doc, all those Team Aqua grunts are no longer here. The endless sea sustains all life. Oceanic Museum. When I was a child, I visited the museum often. I used to dream about the mysteries of the sea after seeing the exhibits. Stern, the fellow who built the museum, also happens to be the leader of an undersea exploration team. So everyone calls him Captain Stern. Very interesting. Don't think we went into the mart last time. We weren't able to get these earlier, we are now able to buy Great Balls, which is very helpful. You get Super Potions, but why bother? We have Soda Pop. Also want to keep an eye on this Harbor Mail there. That'll be important for something a little later, although it might not be obvious. The market does have some interesting merchandise. There's some items you can only get at Pokemon Mart. A Great Ball is better than a Pokeball at catching Pokemon. With this, I should be able to get that elusive Pokemon. Oh yeah, Great Balls are definitely good, offering a 1.5 times better catch yield. Pokemon Fan Club, calling all fans of Pokemon. If you want to change your Pokemon's nickname, you'll have to get the Name Raider to help you. So that is location of the Name Raider. If you want to change your Pokemon's nickname, you can do so there. But it only works on Pokemon that you've caught yourself, not traded. Do Pokemon enjoy having items used on them? Mine acted really happy when I gave it some protein. That isn't actually a mechanic. If you give your Pokemon certain items, then their secret friendship rating will go up, which is very important for some Pokemon that evolve through friendship. I'm the chairman of the Pokemon Fan Club. Being the chairman, I'm naturally the most important. No one can best me when it comes to raising Pokemon. No one. Well, let me tell you about Pokemon contests. They're events where one can show a Pokemon for the world to see. However, they're held in far-off towns, so I cannot participate often enough. That's why we gather here to show off our Pokemon, and have others show us theirs. So contests are going to be something we're going to go into much later on in this adventure. Not so if you were playing Ruby and Sapphire, and especially the remakes, but we'll want to remember that for later. I love seeing Pokemon that love their trainers. Pokemon are very sensitive to the feelings of their trainers. If you treat your Pokemon with love and care, they'll love you back. When your Pokemon grow to love you, please come show me. Jerk has been with us since the beginning, so why don't we show you to her? There we go. Your Pokemon really adores you. For you, a most compassionate trainer, a gift from the fan club. We get the Soothe Bell, a very useful item. Well, somewhat. So this item, if we go in here, a hold item that calms spirits and fosters friendship. If you have a Pokemon hold the Soothe Bell, any value that would make its friendship go up is effectively double. So using healing items on them, walking around with that Pokemon and giving it vitamins and stuff is very beneficial if you have the Soothe Bell on them. Definitely recommend if you're raising a Pokemon that evolves through friendship, like Golbat. If you keep letting a Pokemon faint about, it'll come to resent it. Soon it'll become less trusting of the trainer. In other words, certainly won't like you very much. Wow, plain to see you lavish your love on your Aron. Okay, its name is Armstrong. Oh, hello there, lady of hot sauce. Welcome to Pokémon Emerald. Can I ask you a favor? I'm a TV reporter, and I'm running a survey on Pokemon. Would you be willing to answer a few simple questions for me? Yeah, sure. Great, thank you. Okay, here goes. I just need quick answers, okay? This question also relates to your beloved Aron. What was it about Aron that attracted you? Why, thank you, Lady Hot Sauce. Yep, I worked pretty hard on that artwork for the team just to add a little more personality to our adventure. So with our Aron, what I really loved about this guy is he is very defensive. He's a very spirited individual who's able to take a lot of hits. Okay, that makes sense. Next question might be a little on the tough side. Here goes. What do Pokemon mean to you? Do I want to go with this? When I'm with my Pokemon, I feel tougher. I see. Okay, thanks for helping me out. It was fun and enlightening chatting with you. It's possible that our interview will end up on TV. Tune in and check. Okay, that's all. That will actually affect something, as we'll see much later. And my Pokemon totally rules. It's cooler than any Pokemon. I was lifting off with a swagger in my step like that when the chairman chewed me out. That took the swagger out of my step. If you like, I'll teach the move swagger to a Pokemon of yours. So this is not something that you would see in Ruby and Sapphire. But in various points in Emerald, there are move tutors that can teach exclusive moves to your Pokemon. I don't want to teach that, but for reference, Swagger is a move that buffs the attack stat of your opponent, but also confuses them, which can be quite the double-edged sword. Ah, that's very nice, Hot Sauce. Yep, definitely have put a lot of work into my own deviant arts. Especially recently, what with the quarantine giving me ample opportunities to draw stuff. Over here in this section of Slateport, we have a little marketplace. If a wild Pokemon gets hurt, it heals itself by chewing on berries. Did you know that? Somebody saw that and got the idea of making medicine from berries. Did you know that? To turn berries into medicine, they must be crushed in a powder. Did you know that? You seem to have an interest in berries. I've got something good for someone like you. This is the powder jar, an item I'm not actually going to get any use out of. Recently I have machines installed at Pokemon Centers for crushing berries. The berry crush machines are at the direct corner upstairs. Did you know? To make berry powder from me using those machines, I can make you all sorts of medicine if you bring me lots of berry powder. That's not something I'm going to actually be able to do because it requires multiplayer functions, and yeah, that's not happening. Do you know the TM secret power? Our group, we love the TM secret power. One of our members will give it to you. Come back and show me if you get it. We'll accept you as a member and sell you good stuff in secrecy. So I want to remember that for much later. Shopping where you can breathe the scent of the ocean. Slateport's such a wonderful place. Bet it is. Ooh, look at this. The seaweed you can get around these parts is fresh and full of life. Looks like you can give it rear up and attack. Considering that we now have a ghost seaweed Pokemon, this line has a lot of new context to it. I'm the energy guru. I'll go for it and sell you what you need. So here we can buy various vitamins that help increase the stats of your Pokemon. We don't need those right now, but they are very good. Oh, you're Aron. You have to go for it a little harder. If you do, I'll give your Pokemon something nice. Don't really need to talk to you. Whenever I visit here, I get carried away and buy too much. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Hey, buddy. Welcome. How may I serve you? So here we can buy some Pokemon dolls. It's not really necessary for anything right now, but want to remember that for later. Also, if you're playing Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, around here is where you would find you'll probably find your first Mega Stone, which is Alakazite, which can be used to Mega Evolve Alakazam. And, oh man, that's awesome. Hey there, Haley, it's me, Elliot. I just got clean of battle. I guess I need to raise my team some more. Definitely have an opportunity to fight you again much later. Oh, I'm gonna compete the Battle Tent too. Before that, I need to catch some Pokemon. Hey there, Watcher. Journey to the bottom of the sea. Wonder if he'd like. Love to go deep underwater like that someday. Want to go with Captain Stern on the ocean floor expedition, but the sub's too small for me. If I squeezed in, there wouldn't be any room for the captain. Okay. Kinda not a fan of the fat joke there.
I beg your pardon, you looking for a ship? I'm sorry, the ferry service isn't available at present.
So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do anything for that yet. Hello, the Lord of all Mayo. Thank you, Hot Sauce. So before we move on with the plot, I want to check out the Battle Tent here.
You can battle all you want here, even if you don't have any tough Pokemon. I don't really like bug Pokemon, but maybe I'll try using some for a change of pace. Who knows, I might even get to like them.
Definitely recommend them, dude. It's like, couldn't find myself any Pokemon that were like, for me. So I figured like, hey, I should file a complaint to the guy there. And he wouldn't hear me out, like, hey, so like, total bummer, man. Hey, like you, sip it, you know, just, you know, take this. TM41. That's like TM41, you know? Hey, it's Torment, you hearing me? Like, won't let the other guy use the same move twice in a row, see? Hey, now you listen here, like, I'm not laying a Torment on you. That's an interesting move, but not one I'm particularly fond of.
It'd be nice if they had more of a selection.
Alright, so let's go check out what this Battle Tent has for us.
Welcome to the Battle Tent Slateboard site. I'm your guide to the Battle Swap Tournament. Would you like to take the Battle Swap Challenge?
Sure.
Before you begin your challenge, I need to save data. Is that okay? Please step this way. First, we'll hold your Pokemon for safekeeping. We then choose from a selection of Pokemon.
So this is an exclusive event that you can do here in Emerald. You're given a selection of rental Pokemon to use in various battles here. I think I want to go with the Swellow, because we forgot. Of course, you can check the stats of your Pokemon to see which ones would be very effective here. So this Swellow only knows Peck. I'm probably not going to go for that. Lombre could be pretty good. Oh, this Tailo has Aerial Ace. That's a much better move than Swellow has. Electrike could definitely be good there. And Plusle's alright. Alright, so I think I want to go with Electrike, Tailo, and then let's give Spinda a chance.
Right this way, please.
So we have the opportunity to rent out some Pokemon and have some battles with them.
Come over to my place, okay?
Whoa, I just met you! Natasha, see what you got.
Alright, Cacnea's a good start.
So yeah, all the rental Pokemon you use are level 30, and we're just gonna have ourselves a battle with some rentals. This shouldn't be too challenging, so hopefully we can blow through this relatively quickly. So Lotad. Of course, when you're doing the challenges here, you're not able to switch your Pokemon out after each Pokemon faints. It treats them as if you're in set mode, which is like the standard for like competitive battles. And we just got a Zigzagoon, should be simple enough to take out. It's using Dig when I have a flying Pokemon. Yeah, sure, bro, go for it. is funny, because I was considering using a Talo for these streams. No, I'm not coming over. No.
Thank you for competing. Let us restore your Pokemon.
Yep, Sabal would like to swap a Pokemon. Heck no. Our Pokemon were terrible. I don't want those.
Conversation can wait until I win.
Also, the way just all the words these people say are capitalized makes it sound like they're shouting everything they say. Solrock. Okay, that is a little bit more dangerous. Solrock definitely has high stats by this point in the game. It's a very defensive Pokemon, good attack and defenses, and also has the ability Levitate, which makes it completely immune to ground-type attacks. Also, it is Rock Psychic type, which is honestly kind of a rare type combination. It's definitely an interesting Pokemon, but not one that I use all that much. Kadabra! Oh, this guy is certainly infamous. It's very fast and very powerful with its Psychic type attacks. Definitely one of the best Pokemon you can come across in this adventure. Luckily, we don't have to worry about that Reflect, because all of Electrike's moves are special. And we took it out with a crit! Definitely want to check out that Kadabra's moves, because that could potentially be a very good Pokemon to use. And Flustle, I don't want to worry about. Flustle shouldn't be too bad. Besides that, Thunder Wave. So yeah, Flustle is an interesting electric type. That stats are just kind of alright. I mean, its ability is interesting, but it only works out well in double battles, and there's only so many of those during the main adventure. So you don't really have too great of an opportunity in order to make the most out of it. Definitely an interesting Pokemon. If you want to challenge yourself when playing this game, I would probably recommend it, because it is decently powerful. Just not really the best electric type you can get out here. I mean, especially compared to my Electrike here, because this thing's very fast, got pretty good attack power overall. And don't want to spoil too much, but we may be seeing more of it later down the line. Took them out, and we got another battle. So I was actually thinking of replacing my Spinda with that Kadabra we saw in here. So unfortunately, we can't actually see what moves. We can't check the summary of the Pokemon you are trying to swap. So you basically just have to memorize what attacks that particular Pokemon used in battle, so that you can figure out which ones would be good to swap or not. Pelipper. It's another Pokemon we're definitely going to be seeing more of in this adventure. Water Flying, it's a Pokemon I definitely like, even though it's very, very allergic to electricity. Lombre, I don't think I went over this, the evolution of Lotad. Being water and grass, it's got fantastic typing, and quite a few powerful moves at its disposal. I would definitely recommend it if you're playing Sapphire or Emerald. It's a good Pokemon. And finishing up with a Machop. Should be able to take this out. Talo? Very good. So wonder how many of these battles are. Awful, just awful. There we go. Congratulations, you won 3 straight matches. I'll return your Pokemon in exchange for a rental Pokemon. Must also save your event results. Please wait. In recognition of your free win streak, we award you this prize. So we got a full heal for completing those matches. I don't know if you're able to redo this and win like an infinite supply of those, but it's definitely a good reward. I know I picked up one of those with my Zigzagoon before, but yeah, full heal can heal any status condition. It's very good.
Hey, Haley, Winston here. Tried another battle yesterday, but I couldn't pull out the win. My team needs more raising. Okay, catch you later.
So we're gonna get interrupted a lot by various people that we register in our Pokénab, but that's fine. Definitely adds a lot more personality to these characters. But now it's finally time to head into the Oceanic Museum, our final stop here in Slateport.
Welcome to the Oceanic Museum. The entrance fee is $50. Please enjoy yourself.
Ah! What are you doing here? Me? I'm the Team Aqua member you've thumped before, remember? Back in Rust Turf Tunnel? Here, take this. You have to forgive me.
TM46. This is quite the useful item.
That TM suits you more than it does me. Hope I never see you again. See ya, buddy. So the TM we got for this guy is Thief. It's a 40 base powered dark type attack that has the effect of being able to steal held items from the opponent as long as your own Pokemon does not have a held item. Much later on in this adventure, I can see Thief being really helpful because there are particular trainers in this game that are holding items that you can only get by stealing them, those items from those trainers' Pokemon. And also, wild Pokemon can also hold items, so it's also very useful for taking items from them. So yeah, definitely a cool item. I didn't have $50, so it took a long time getting by the receptionist.
We, Team Aqua, exist for the good of all.
Sure you are. We were told to assemble here, so we did, but our boss, the Linchpin, isn't here.
Why don't we take a look at these exhibits? A blue fluid spiraling inside a glass vessel. This is an experiment to create a whirlpool artificially using wind. A red ball is bobbing up and down inside a glass vessel. This is an experiment simulating a waterfall using the ball's buoyancy.
So I really like the atmosphere of this place. You got all these fun exhibits that teach you various things about the ocean environment. It like really goes into the sciences behind all these things. And just with the music and the color palette, just a very nice area. Really like it. What I learned here I can put to use on nefarious deeds. Yeah, all that knowledge about sand is going to be really helpful. So yeah, definitely a very nice area. That's not the only thing that's salty nowadays. Oh no, buddy. Seacrest with 70% of the planet. Ah, so it really is like 7.8 out of 10 too much water. And there's even more exhibits up here. See, the weight of water itself exerts pressure. Shallow water, the pressure is not very heavy. Having extremely deep water, the pressure can reach even tens of thousands of tons. Ooh boy. Like we need more pressure in this world. Oh hey, I know this boat. I fought there once. Alright, let's go talk to Stern. Yes, looking for Stern, that would be me. Ah, those must be the parts I ordered from Mr. Stone of Devon. Thank you, that's great. We can prepare for expedition now. But it's not that simple. Hold it, we'll take those parts. What? Who are you people? We're Team Aqua. Our boss wants those parts. Shut your yap and fork 'em over. Not if I have anything to say about it. So once again, we're fighting Team Aqua. only now they're actually using more Pokemon than just Poochyena. Carvanha is a very fast, very strong water Pokemon. With Focus Energy, that could give us some trouble. And as probably going to be demonstrated there, its ability Rough Skin will damage you if you deal contact damage against this thing. So watch your Pokemon's HP. Besides that, it's really not too bad by this point in the adventure. Kind of just the generic water type that these guys are going to use. Ah, Kid beat me! Yes, she did. Aw, man, what a disaster! The boss is going to be furious! Sniveling Whip, let me take care of this. See what you got on you, buddy. Zubat. That is not a water type, but still a good Pokemon. Very fast and has a lot of tricky moves. But I think Armstrong should still be able to take this thing out easily. Yep, good hit with a Rock Tomb. Armstrong, are you sure your ability's not super luck? Because you've been getting a lot of crits lately. And you can handle that Carvanha. Go for that headbutt and we should be good. Oh, that is so good. What? I lost 2? Yep. Now what? If we don't get the parts, we're in for it. Didn't count on being meddled with by some meddling kid. I came to see what was taking so long to snatch some parts, and you simps are held up by a mere child? Oh god, these guys are simps. We are Team Aqua, and we love the sea. And I am Team Aqua's leader, Archie. What makes you interfere with us? No, you can't be. You're not one of Team Magma? Wait, that can't be right. You're not dressed for the part. Pokemon people, all life depends on the sea. The Team Aqua's dedicated to the expansion of the sea. Don't you agree what we're doing is a magnificent undertaking? Didn't you read the display downstairs? It's like over 70% of the Earth is covered in water. You don't need to expand it. Nah, you're still too young to understand our noble objective. But I warn you, don't even consider interfering with our plans again. The consequences will cost you dearly. And don't you forget it. Sound like a fun guy. You're Haley. Anyway, that was a tense situation. Thank you for saving us. Oh yeah, almost forgot. You even brought the parts from Devon. Here you go. Quest complete. Well, there's no time to lose. I have to set out on our ocean floor expedition really soon. Thanks again, but now I gotta go. Feel free to wander around and check out our facilities. And he even went to the trouble of healing us. Very nice. He's not gonna come back to this area until much later, but that's alright. Oh, it's this guy again. I'm sure I met you somewhere before. Have I introduced myself to you? If not, my name's Scott. I just saw Team Aqua run away from here like they were stung. Let me guess, you drove them away? Maybe, just maybe this trainer. Alright, I think you're gonna become a good friend, so let's register each other in our Pokénavs. Registered this Scott person in the Pokénav. What I like to do is tag along with you, but I do want to keep an eye on the talents of other people too. So I'll be off to roam other towns a bit more. Be seeing you, Haley. Well, that's interesting. So now we got Scott. Alright, with that taken care of, we have effectively done everything we can do in Slateport City for the time being. So let's go heal up the team, deposit any items that we don't need right now. We should be ready to hit the road once again. Which is good, because there's a lot of stuff to do in the next area. Let's put away that Sue belt, because we don't need it. We're not going to need these escape ropes for the time being, so I'll just get rid of those.
let's make our way up here to Route 110. Which should I choose? Make a beeline for Mauville and Cycling Road, or take the low road and look for Pokemon? So we go over here. Sorry, you can't walk on Cycling Road, it's too dangerous. Please come back with a bike. So be able to avoid a lot of stuff if we had a bike and could cross the Cycling Road, which we don't have. Around here, the path would be blocked with Team Aqua guys until we take care of stuff in the museum, so that's why I didn't come up here earlier. Oh, Haley, imagine seeing you here. Where might my Brendan be? Oh, I see, you two are running separately. Well, that's fine. Oh yes, I heard your Pokénav had the match call system installed. Well then, I should register you in my Pokénav as well. That way, even when we're apart, I can read your Pokédex anytime. And we registered Professor Birch. Haley, please keep an eye out for my Brendan. Well, I better get going. See you again, Haley. So we could go farther in the route and face some trainers and stuff, but we have this patch of grass down here, which will enable us to encounter some Pokemon, like this little girl here, Electrike. We saw a bit of this Pokemon when we were doing those matches, but Electrike is an Electric-type Pokemon, obviously. Very fast, very strong, and I want to add it to my team. I know Armstrong's been doing a lot of... Come on, buddy. Need you to get in a hit here. It's going with Metal Claw here because it's not going to do too much damage. Okay? One more hit should probably do it. Come on. Alright, that's good. A regular Pokeball should be fine for this. Oh, come on. At least right now, Electrike doesn't actually know any Electric-type moves that would actually deal a lot of damage to Armstrong, so we'll just hang in there. Come on. Yeah, I guess Electrike has a lot harder to catch compared to some of the Pokemon we've run into up to this point. Come on! This thing is really using up a lot of my resources. But you're gonna be a good team member, I just know it. At least it's a good opportunity to think of different names I could give this thing while I'm trying to... Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think there, Watcher. This thing has been... I'll try one more Pokeball, then we'll go for the Great Ball. Okay. Well, you have been a very pleasant Pokemon to meet. This Great Ball should be much more effective. Woo! Electrike, the lightning Pokemon. It generates electricity using friction from the atmosphere. In seasons with especially arid air, its entire body blazes with violent showers of sparks. It's got a very electrifying Pokemon here. And it's a girl too, so that gives us quite a few options here. Thinking Alexa. How about that? steady nature, that's not really the best considering what moves you're gonna get. I mean, if this was Gen 4, that would definitely be a good nature for you, but not so much here. But, alright, still fine. Still a very good Pokemon. Heal you up, and we'll give you the experience share so that you can hopefully catch up to the rest of the team pretty quickly. Luckily, there are a lot of trainers in the areas coming up, so we'll have ample opportunities to train up Alexa. Let's go ahead and withdraw my... Oh, that's right. I gave my experience share to Armstrong so that he could catch up with the rest. That's right. Silly me. Alright, so we should be all set for the road ahead. So Electrike, by the point that you get it here, it has Tackle and Thunder Wave, which is alright. Thunder Wave can paralyze opponents, which is super helpful. Also, Electrike has the ability Static. I don't think we've seen that before, but Static will paralyze Pokemon that make physical contact with the user. It can be a very helpful ability in certain battles. With that, we should be all set to take on opponents here. I'm a little concerned with how we'll do in a certain fight coming up with our current team, but hopefully we're able to pull through. So got Pokefan Isabel and Caleb. These two are using Plusle and Minun. So yeah, remember I said that Plusle wasn't really that effective in using its ability under certain circumstances? This is that circumstance. So I should be able to... It's probably not worth it though, but we could try. So yeah, Plusle and Minun's abilities are plus and minus respectively, and that powers up the Pokemon if they are used in battle with the Pokemon with the opposite ability. So with this Plusle and Minun together in this battle, they're going to be a little bit stronger than they normally be. Luckily, Armstrong should be able to still take him out while we have Alexa on support. Let's have all of you focus on that Plusle right now. They can also use Helping Hand in order to boost each other's power. But luckily by this point, these two shouldn't have any electric attacks, so you don't really need to worry about that for the time being. Alright, so now we got two Minun. I believe out of the two, Minun's more defensive, while Plusle is more offensive. So while we're just kind of taking these guys out, what are some things we can talk about today? I know I've gone over these one streams that I was following in the past few weeks, as there are more recent stuff. Well, my current schedule for work is pretty lax for the time being this week, so I should have ample opportunities to continue working on my streams for the near future, which is very good. And also something that's been fun is I've actually compiled a list of every game that I own, just so I have it as a reference. And I've actually got quite a bit, at least 160, which I know doesn't sound like a lot compared to most people, but dang. But yeah, it was pretty nice compiling that together and getting me to see just kind of the stuff that I've been missing and been meaning to
get into and replay very recently, because I've been trying to play some stuff that I haven't finished or wanted to go back to for quite some time recently, what with everything that's going on in the world right now giving us a lot of time for that kind of thing. So yeah, I've actually went and started replaying Rayman Legends again, which is a freaking amazing game. You can get it pretty easily, but yeah, I highly recommend it. It's one of the best platformers I think I could recommend, because it's a very, how do I want to put this? It's a challenging, but in the good way kind of game that, like, really tests your abilities. That and just the art style of the game is phenomenal. I, love the hand-drawn style with all the art. And oh look, we can register this person in the Poké now. That's good. It's another person we can fight later on, and Pocky has an item for us. Antidotes. Pocky, read the room. So yeah, definitely a good game. I've been meaning to go back to it in order to finish some levels for quite a while, because what's interesting about Rayman Legends is that the game also comes packaged with every level from the previous game, Rayman Origins, that you're able to replay with the game's new features and characters, and it's been a really good time going and back to visiting those older levels. It's been just a blast. Love it so much, it's such a good game. Three steps and 2 steps to reach the Wondrous Trick House. We'll be going in there just a sec, but that's going to be a very interesting place that we'll be revisiting in the future. So over here on this route, this might seem a bit familiar, because this is actually Route 103. The very same route where we first fought our rival. We're on the other side of the river of this place. And there's quite a few trainers over here that we couldn't see before. But yeah, this is a good opportunity to get in some more experience. Whoa, how'd you get into a space this small? Did my guitar's wailing draw you in? And we got ourselves some new challengers here. Black belts we've already seen before, but the guitarist focuses mainly on Pokemon relating to sound and electricity. Definitely don't want Armstrong in this fight. That would be unfortunate. Shanty's not safe because of that Voltorb. So let's go for a Jerk. So as you can see here, double battles really shake up how your battles will go, because I could send out Shanty to try to get the hits in on Makuhita, but Voltorb helps cover Makuhita's flying weakness with its electricity. Really adds a lot more flair to the battles in this game. By having to face 2 Pokemon at a time, it's all really good stuff. Alright, you're doing good, Alexa. Keep it up. Vital Throw. That is a pretty strong fighting move. It has low priority, so will always go last in the turn order, but it has pretty good base power, and it doesn't miss under normal circumstances, so it's a real good... It's a good move to use. Alright, Armstrong got a level up, just from being in that battle, which is good, and then we should take out this Voltorb with Ember. Also need to heal up Jerk, because did quite a bit of damage there. Alright, Lexa's level 15. She is steadily catching up, which is very good, because I need her to get a strong electric-type move, and she's not going to get one until a few levels. Let's go ahead and heal up with our 1 Super Potion. But that's fine, because we got plenty of healing items. And we get PP up. This is a really good item. There's only a limited amount of these in the game, but they raise the maximum power points of one of your attacks. Much later on in this adventure, I'm definitely going to be using these. I highly recommend being conservative with them. Only using those for like the really powerful moves that you are definitely going to have on your Pokemon for the end game, and for attacks that have low PP like that. It's definitely going to be something I'll be using later on. And over here we get Guard Spec. What does this thing do again? Prevent stat reduction when used in battle. So it's pretty much another variant of the X items. Only it prevents stats from being lower. Quite nice. Hello there. Did you feel the tug of a soul-soothing fragrance? So we got a new trainer class here. Aroma Lady, Daisy. Aroma Ladies tend to use grass-type Pokemon, like Shroomish. We've seen plenty of these guys before, and we know how to take them out. Burninate them! Sauteed mushrooms. Okay, that's a little annoying there with the leech seed. Your Pokemon get hit by that move, highly recommend switching them out. That's a good way to get rid of the leech seed effect. Still took that guy out, no problem. And then the Aroma Lady's next Pokemon is Roselia. This is a grass poison type Pokemon. I don't consider it the best grass type in this game, but it could still be helpful. It's got good status moves, some overall decent power. I definitely don't consider it the best, but it can be effective. What's interesting to note about Roselia is that in Emerald, you can't catch it. Only in Ruby and Sapphire and the remakes can you catch Roselia in the wild. But for whatever reason, it is not available in Emerald. It's actually why I never used a Roselia back in the day, because of that. And also, unfortunately, because this isn't Gen 4, Roselia doesn't have access to her absolutely amazing evolution. Like, I love Roserade so much. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. Just such a powerful grass type. But yeah, if you're playing Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I would highly recommend using a Roselia on your team because of that. You're probably not going to get the opportunity to evolve it for quite a while because it is a stone evolution, but it can definitely be an effective party member in those games. A battle together as one team! So we got another set of twins here. Not one of those optional double battles. Twins Amy and Liv. And we got another Plusle and Mina. At least this is good experience for Alexa right now, because she definitely needs it. Let's focus on the Plusle, because that's the more offensive of the two. Alright, another headbutt should be able to take him out, so we'll have Alexa go for the Mina. So how have people been holding up with everything that's been going on lately with the quarantine and stuff? I mean, I've been hanging in there, only going out when it's really necessary. Like when I need to pick up groceries or go to work because I'm an essential worker and all that. But yeah, I've mostly been taking it steady. Haven't had any issues like with the virus and stuff, so yeah. I do kind of miss being able to go to various locations to get to spend time with my family, but it's alright. This will eventually blow over and hopefully
hopefully we'll be able to enjoy living a lot better. Really, we're a lot better, it's true. We'll show you next time. So I got another set of twins we're able to register. That's good because they have 2 Pokemon, which effectively gives us a lot of experience in a single battle. So use that Paralyze Heal just because I don't want to run back to the Pokemon Center. Oh hey buddy. My Pokemon's delightfully adorable. Don't be shy, I'll show you. So I remember this guy specifically for the Pokemon he uses. Pokefan Miguel here uses Skitty. It's a normal type Pokemon that you can run into very rarely. In fact, on Route 116, which is between the Rust Turf Tunnel and Rustboro City. But yeah, this thing is honestly not that great. I mean, it does have some status moves and an ability that can be kind of annoying. But overall, I don't consider Skitty all that good. In the main games, at least. While it may be on the weak side here, if you're playing the Mystery Dungeon games, this thing can be a beast. Oh, would you look at that? So yeah, Double Slap is one of Skitty's moves there. Let's switch to Armstrong. He'd actually be very good to use here. But yeah, with that, Skitty's able to just deal quite a lot of hits. And that move is very devastating if you're using a Skitty in the Mystery Dungeon games. It's able to deal like so much damage just repeatedly. As demonstrated quite frequently in Emil's Let's Play of Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX, because, man, that is easily one of Chugga's best Let's Plays to date. Just such a fun adventure. A lot of great and fun moments. It was amazing. And I've also been following, like, a lot of the art that he's been the art that people have posted and he's been sharing over on Twitter, and just, it's so good. Really adds to the Let's Play game to see all that content being made by the fans. Gah, my fishing line's all snarled up, getting frustrated and mean. That's it, battle me! It's got quite an angry fisherman here. What you got, bub? Andrew? Oh, you just got a level 5 Magikarp. How quaint. Alexa, kill it. So unfortunately, this is not going to give a whole lot of experience. Sorry, Alexa. Tentacool. You have the experience share on you, so yeah, we can switch you out. Shanty should be good here. A level 10 Tentacool. Still not all that threatening. Sorry. It's definitely a good Pokemon, but not on this guy. Yep, alright, Watcher. It's got another Magikarp here. But this thing is level 15. So this thing actually has the capacity to attack using Tackle. Unfortunately, it's still very weak. It did that much damage with a critical hit. Goodbye, sir. And yeah, experience gains are not very good from it, sadly. Really like it if Pocky picked up some new items. Cross the sea from here will be a shortcut to Oldale Town. That's useful, isn't it? Not really. You might want to remember this area for later. Just saying. Back over here was this place we could see before. You're being watched. Oh, really? Ah! How'd you know I conceal myself beneath this desk? You're sharp. Behold, for I'm the greatest living mystery of a man in all of Hoenn. They call me the Trick Master. Glad to meet you. You've come to challenge my trick house, haven't you? That's why you're here, isn't it? Yes, it is.
consider your challenge accepted. Enter for the scroll here and let your challenge commence! I shall be waiting in the back! So the Trick Master's house here is pretty interesting to say the least. You got a bunch of challenges here, a lot of trainers to defeat, and it's just a short little puzzle that can net you some decent rewards if you're able to get through here. Got an honest there. Let's switch out to Jerk to handle this. Yeah, this place is quite interesting. Less so in the remix, I find, because, I don't know, you can get through it pretty easily. It's not... what I want to say is that in the remakes, hey, this area is almost a non-issue with how the puzzles and the levels of the trainers are. But in Ruby, Sapphire, and especially Emerald, this place is actually a decent training spot from time to time. We'll go a lot more into this area much later on, but for now let's just focus on taking care of these guys. Jerk, could you please defeat this Oddish? Alright, you're... Oh, good! We're getting that chance of a burn on Ember. Very nice. Thank you, Jerk. Really appreciate that. Why are you so serious? I don't know, I'm quite the Joker. Let's heal the paralysis. So yeah, our main challenge here is that we need to use the HM cut in order to navigate this area. I mean, it's not really much of a puzzle, you're just chopping down a whole bunch of trees. It's like, I couldn't be able to progress as if you put just one tree here and I didn't have the HM. So what is putting all of these trees here going to accomplish other than wasting my time? I don't know. It's kind of a simple area right now, but much later on, as we'll eventually see, this place gets pretty interesting. So you got an orange mail from that. Don't think I've really gone over it, but the mail items are multiplayer or focused content. You can write messages on the mail and then have your Pokemon hold it so that when you trade that Pokemon with a friend, they can receive the letter that you sent them. It's not really a necessary mechanic in single player though, so I'm not going to focus on that. Just paralyze the Skitty here for Alexa. And let's see if we can take this thing out, just with Alexa. I mean, I could easily switch out to Jerk and just nail this thing with some double kicks, but I want to give Alexa a chance to shot. Never mind, the Skitty just used Sing. And I don't really have an effective item to deal with that. Probably. And I don't have Awakenings. I do have these full heals, but I want to save those for later. Yeah, let's just switch out. Sorry, Alexa. So yeah, Sing is kind of an annoying status. For 2 to 5 turns, your Pokemon is effectively unable to battle. It is nice that it eventually goes away, but it can be an annoying status to deal with if you're unprepared for it. And by this point on, you're definitely going to be seeing more Pokemon that can use that status. And we've got a Meryl here, which shouldn't be too bad. It is most offensive, but Shanty should easily be able to take it out. Alright, just got a Shroomish to deal with. Yeah, let's give Shanty another chance here. Because I definitely want Shanty to be prepared for a certain battle that's coming up. Because I feel like Shanty will be like the most effective party member to deal with this particular enemy. We'll see how things go when we eventually come to it, because, yeah, it is interesting to say the least. Now we took care of Robin. I lost while I was lost in VOD. Oh, so you're like the female Robin from The Dark Knight Returns. Okay. Now that scroll there is an item that you want to watch out for when going through the Trickmaster's challenges. You need to hit that in order to progress in this place. While we got one more opponent to deal with, let's go ahead and use that full heal on Alexa. I mean, I did pick up one of those with pickup, so it's effectively a free use of that. But yeah, unfortunately, sleep does not go away on the overworld. It only does in battle. So definitely remember that if you have your Pokemon affected with a status. Eddie here's got a Zigzagoon. Let's go ahead and have Alexa paralyze that. Thunder Wave is such a good attack. Being able to cut your opponent's speed and give them a chance of not being able to attack is a really good thing to have at this point on. It's definitely going to give Alexa some good utility before she gets her good offensive attacks that will eventually overshadow Thunder Wave for things other than weakening Pokemon for capture. But yeah, it's an effective strategy at this point. As long as we don't deal with Sand Attack, just one of those moves that just really bogs the pace of battle. You can take that. Good. Electrike is unfortunately a little on the frail side, so you want to watch out for that when you're using this Pokemon. Just one more hit should do it. Good work, Alexa! Look at you taking out Pokemon all by yourself. And with that, she's now level 17. And wants to learn Quick Attack. Definitely want to grab this move. Much stronger than Tackle, and has added priority. Definitely want that on your moveset. And you got another Zigzagoon. This could actually be dangerous because Alexa has, yeah. Well, at least we saw Static in action there. Luckily, Armstrong should be able to handle this no problem. Zigzagoon does not have any dangerous attacks we need to watch out for, besides Headbutt, but Armstrong can easily wall those hits. Should they come up, but they didn't. Good work, buddy. And now I've lost. Yes, you did, kid. I lost my way, I lost a battle, now even more lost. I can't get out. Sucks to be you. For that, we've beaten everyone in the Trick House right now. Hayden wrote down the secret code on the door. Trickmaster is fabulous! You're damn right he is. I mean, did I say the way he spins? You made it to me! You're sharp. Took me all night to plant all those trees. You're almost my equal in greatness by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. Bye. You have earned this reward. And we get a rare candy. That will instantly level up a Pokemon that you use this item on. I highly recommend saving those for the time being. Scrub that smug smirk from your face. Much too early to think you won. I'll make new tricks to stop you, I will. You may mock me only when you're done. Come back for the next exciting installment! So yeah, that's basically what a run of the Trickmaster's house is like. Just go for the floor, beat up the trainer, solve the puzzle, find the scroll, and you're able to get a pretty good reward from that. He has a lot of rewards to give, as we'll eventually see in this adventure. But yeah, highly recommend popping in to visit that whenever you can. Another thing I like to mention about the Trickmaster is that the progress in there is dependent on the number of badges you have. So in order to take on the next Trickmaster challenge, we're going to need to earn our 3rd badge, and so on and so forth until we've eventually... until we've gotten everything we possibly can. Let's give her that and that. Guards that could be useful coming up. Maybe. Yeah, for our current loadout, we are pretty good to go further down the route. Should be a relatively good time for this area. Just to kind of show it off, if you go back into the Trickmaster's house before he's done setting up, the next time I use this trick, and that scheme, and those ruses. If I may say so, it's brilliantly difficult even for me. Huh? What? Oh, it's you. I'm in the midst of devising new tricky challenges. Not too much to ask for, a bit more time for me to think, is it now? You wouldn't begrudge me that. Come back in a little while. So yeah, we're gonna have to come back once we earn our next gym badge. I don't have a bike, so I'll take a leisurely walk on the low road. It's got kind of a narrow area over here. There's a lot of grass, so what I'm going to do is use a repel. This item makes it so that you are unable to encounter Pokemon that are less than the current level of the Pokemon in the front of your party. It can be very effective if you just want to blaze through areas without having to deal with a lot of battles. I just figure because a lot of Pokemon in this area can inflict status conditions, that'd be pretty handy just to give my Pokemon a break from those kind of fights. Oh, hello there, Timmy. He's got an R on. Is that the well? Alright, this should be a good fight for Jerk here. Alexa will still get some good experience. While we're doing this, what's some other stuff that has been going on lately? Well, for one, with the quarantine and stuff, I have been doing a lot more art lately, especially with some of my various characters, as can be seen over on my DeviantArt page, as well as other sites. But yeah, I've been doing some good stuff with my various original creations, especially one that I've had very recently. I don't want to go too much into this particular character because of some of the content they're associated with, but yeah, it's a character that I really like. I'm very happy with how his design and his concept came out. It's a very cool looking individual, and just looking forward to drawing a lot more stuff with him. Armstrong got paralyzed there. Unfortunately, we have to use our last paralyze heal. Probably have to pick up more of those when we get back into town. What I want to do is check the grass patches here, because you never know when you could run into that. You never know when you can run into that. We should be all set for what's ahead here. I'm honestly kind of worried about this, but let's see how things go. Hey, Haley, so this is where you were. How's it going? Have you been raising your Pokemon? I'll check for you. So we got a rematch with our rival. Brendan here is a lot stronger than when we last saw him back in Rustboro City. He now has a Lombre.
gonna go ahead and paralyze that thing with Thunder Wave, because that can be kinda dangerous. I don't want a fight against this thing to drag on, especially without Absorb. So, let's go to Shanty. Shanty should be very effective here. Now, what's interesting about Emerald is that the Pokemon your rival use are actually dependent on the starter that you selected. So, depending on which starter you chose, you might not be fighting a Lombre here. You'd be fighting a different Pokemon, which is very interesting. I really like that touch in this particular game. I don't think it's like that in Ruby Sapphire and the remakes, just a warning. So things will be much different in those versions. Next up, he's got his Slugma. It's a pure fire type, so we should be relatively good here. Rock Tomb should easily take this thing out. Yep. And a critical hit too! Armstrong, is your ability seriously not super lock? I mean, I checked. I know it's Rockhead, but still. Okay. This is the opponent that I've been worried about. Are you ready for this, Shanty? Marshtomp is your opponent you'll be facing here if you chose Torchic as your starter. Otherwise, you'll be dealing with either a Combuskin or a Grovyle. Let's go for Supersonic against this thing. This Marshtomp, it can be a pain to fight. It's very bulky. It only has one weakness, which is Grass, which I don't have right now. And this thing can waste a lot of time if you're not prepared for it. So went with a Supersonic against this thing to hopefully do some additional damage, but it's not being good. I really did not want to see that happen. The other guys aren't going to be as prepared for this. We gotta go with Jerk. Alright, go for the double kick, buddy. How are you faster than me? Oh, Mudshot, that's gonna be a pain! Yes, it is! Oh man, am I gonna see a team wipe against this? It's like, I don't have revives, do I? No! I really did not need to see... Oh man, why did my Wingull have to faint? Alexa, let's see what you can do, girl. It's come down to this. I'm using Pocky. No. We lost against our rival. So whiting out when all your Pokemon get knocked out in battle is pretty bad because you will lose a percentage of your money when you lose. And that is no bueno. Okay, now that I know what his team loadout is, we should have an easier time of this. I'm going to restock on items, and we should be able to pull through in this fight. It's a shame we can't buy revives right now, because that'd be really, really good. I'm gonna buy a few more of these, because we need some paralyzed heals. Man, that was something. I have not had a team wipe since Morty back when I did my gold stream.
I don't want that to happen again, but it could potentially happen again. I've gone on record saying this before, but I consider a lot of the boss fights in Emerald version to be some of the hardest fights you can have in a Pokemon game. Yeah, no joke. So I wish I had a good item to give to Shanty right now, but that's not something we have access to. Just gonna try it again. Ah, there's another Pokemon you can catch in this area, Gulpin. It is a pure poison type, and with that, it is capable of inflicting poison on enemies with moves like Sludge and Poison Gas. It's quite bulky, can be pretty helpful, because it learns a lot of different attacks, both offensive and defensive. All around, I would recommend it if you're going for a more... Well, if you want to, like, challenge yourself and use kind of underappreciated and underutilized Pokemon, because it can be quite fun to use. I've definitely used it a bunch, and it can be nice. Alright, so for this time, so that I'm prepared for this guy, we're gonna lead with Shanty. I think what I want to do is I'm going to use an X attack so that we're able to do more damage with... If our wing attack, we should be able to take out Lombre and Slugma with ease, and then we should be able to handle the Marsh Tom. Alright, let's do this. Why did you do that? I do not appreciate that, Lombre. I did not appreciate that at all. Making me waste my X items like a jerk. So what I would definitely recommend if you started with a Torchic for this fight, I would highly recommend picking up a grass type at some point before this battle. Use a Lotad, evolve it in a Lombre, or go for a Shroomish you can catch in Petalburg Woods, and you should be all set to take care of this Marsh Tom. That's not what I did, as you can plainly see, but I would highly recommend that. Definitely not the most prepared for this current battle. Heal up Shanty just so that we can recover from that. Okay, Yawn. That is not something I really wanted to see right now. So Yawn is a sleep-inducing move, but it is on a delay, so it only takes effect after 2 turns. Alright. Shanty, I'm counting on you to win this. So I don't think this thing can lower my attacks. Let's go for the X attack again. Alright, if that thing's best attack is Water Gun, we should be good here. We're at equal level. Alright, that looks good. We have a potential 3-hit kill on this thing, depending on damage variation. Alright, it's pretty good. Come on, Shanty. Alright, one more hit should do it. As long as this thing doesn't go for an item. Good. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is a tricky battle if you're not prepared for it, because that starter Pokemon hurts so much. That's only Marsh Tomp. If you're going up against Grovile and Kabuskin, those two can also give you a lot of trouble if you're not prepared for them. Haley, you've trained without me noticing. Good enough. Here, take this. And we get the item finder, a very good item. That's an item finder. Use it to root around for items that aren't visible. If it senses something, it emits a sound. Anyway, I'm off to look for new Pokemon. Oh, look at you, all fancy on your bike. You jerk! But with that, we defeated our rival again. It cost us a few resources, but hey, it could have been a lot worse. We could have been defeated again. But yeah, let's go in here and register our item finder. This is a very good item to have. We go up here a bit, and then if we use this item, it will tell us that there is an item buried somewhere nearby. And your character will actually look in the direction that that item is located, giving you an indication of where it is. It's nice they put that Great Ball, like, right there. And they also have this spot here to show you, like, the main ways that you use the item finder. I do like that. When you first get it, if you use it, nothing comes up. But just take a few more steps, and there's an invisible item. So yeah, it's a very good item to use. It can help you locate items that you wouldn't normally be able to see. Very effective. Highly recommend using this thing. Let's get into some more battles. Can I see a Pokemon? Just one look, please. Okay, full throttle time. Can't group, you get left behind. That guy looks creepy. Collector Edwin and guitarist Joseph. So the Collectors are a new trainer class in this game. They're pretty much very similar to Pokemaniacs in that they will use usually very rare Pokemon. Let's check out this Electrike, cause that thing has the lower defenses of these two. Alright, good work, Armstrong. And you got paralyzed. Whoopee. At least we have paralyzed heals, so we'll be able to heal up from that. Voltorb. That's not too bad. Not too worried about the Lombre here. I don't think it has any moves that Armstrong can really worry about right now. Let's go for the headbutt against this thing. Try to take it out, because it has the less defenses of the two. The thing does have Absorb, okay, but Armstrong does take neutral damage thanks to its steel typing. What's really nice about the rock and steel combination is that there's a lot of types that rock is weak to, but steel is not weak to. So it's very effective at canceling out some of those weaknesses. They do share a few weaknesses like fighting and grounds. You want to watch out for those, but yeah, as long as you steer your rock steel type away from those particular moves, you should be good. It's a typing that can be very effective. I'm really not appreciating what this Lombre is doing to us right now. Let's get you to do some damage here. Yeah, that growl is being quite a butt to us. Might have Alexa focus on getting in some quick attacks while we switch into Jerk, and hopefully take this thing out. Oh, come on, Alexa. Alright, what's nice that Ember should not be affected by Growl. So we're able to do some good damage here. Beyond that, of course it has Astonish. Why wouldn't it? You still don't have to worry about Astonish's other effect on that. It's one of those attacks that can flinch, like Headbutt, which can be a little dangerous. Lexa's level 19. That is real good. I'm definitely going to keep the experience share on her just a little bit longer, because she only needs one more level to get the good stuff. Anyway, this here is Nuzleaf, the evolution of Seedot. It is a grass dark type, and it went down pretty easily. I mean, Nuzleaf is still a good Pokemon. Don't let the fact that I just completely destroyed it belittle the fact that it is actually a good Pokemon. I like collecting match call registrations too. And we get Collector Edwin registered in the Pokénap. When I see a Pokemon I don't know, my passion as a collector is ignited. Oh, I know that feeling. This isn't gonna bring me down. Losing's made me a better man. And we get a revive here. Only now, after completely getting wiped by Brennan, do we finally get revives. Just go ahead and use these Paralyze heals here, because we still got quite a bit of this route to go through and a lot more trainers to defeat. Yeah, we should be relatively good here. Yeah, we'll keep the experience share on Alexa, so that she can get just the little bit of experience she needs for her next level up. Alright, another gulp in there. Not really too much trouble. Yeah, why not? This thing isn't going to cause us any trouble. In fact, Armstrong is completely immune to poison and can't be poisoned, so yeah, this Gulpin can't do anything to Armstrong right now. Very good. What else we got? Oh, hello there, Wingle. You could give us quite a bit of trouble there with your water gun. Didn't want to see that. But we have Rock Tomb, so we'll just knock you to the ground. Very nice. We got plenty of regular potions. Let's use those to heal Armstrong up. Yeah, eventually what I'll do is probably like use my potions mainly just when I need to. Alright, we have an opportunity for a double battle here. I have foreseen your intentions. I cannot possibly lose. I fell off cycling road. I'll get over my embarrassment by battling with you. Oh, that's a shame. So we got two new trainers here. Psychic Edward and Triathlete Alyssa. Psychics traditionally will use Psychic-type Pokemon, which can be very dangerous to go up against. Triathletes, meanwhile, depending on where they're located, tend to use different kinds of Pokemon that all relate to, like, speed or stuff like that. Anyway, because we have a Triathlete that is on a bike, she will tend to use Electric-type Pokemon, like this Magnemite, which is a really good Pokemon, and is in fact a Pokemon that I considered for the team at some point. Like, I've said this in all of my Pokemon streams, but Magnemite is one of those Pokemon that is just so good in pretty much any game it comes in, especially starting Gen 2 onwards when it gains the Steel typing. It has very high special attack for a base form Pokemon, good defenses, and with its typing, it resists so many different kinds of moves. It is such a good Pokemon. I cannot recommend Magnemite enough. It is a fantastic electric type. I did consider it for the team at some point, but I thought it wouldn't gel too much with having a Aron in the team since they're both Steel type, and I kind of want to reduce the amount of shared weaknesses among my team members. I say that and I have so many Pokemon weak to ground. But yeah, I cannot recommend Magnemite enough. It's a fantastic Pokemon. Alright, with that, Armstrong gets a level 19. Very good, buddy. Oh, that's so good considering the amount of battles you're going to be taking part in. I failed to prophesize my own demise. Oh
Oops, I ended up losing. Yes, you did. Falling, losing, this is so humiliating for me. I see your future. I see a shining light. And over here we get a really good item, the elixir. That is effectively an ether, except it affects all moves. It will restore 10 power points to all of your attacks. It is a very good item and one I definitely recommend saving. Don't use it except in emergencies. Like during the end game. What I'm saying is save your PP restoring items for the end game. Do not use them this early on. Well, you're just gonna be a little jerk, aren't you, using Yawn on me? And after I said before how these Gulpin can't do anything to Armstrong, at least physical. Let's put Alexa up front now. Ooh, Pocky has an item for us. What do you got? Repel. We're almost done this route. We don't need to use that. Examine there, we get a Pokeball. Very nice. And we are almost done with this area. It's quite good, because we're probably going to be wrapping things up very soon. Also to go into what we just picked up. So, not all berries are created equal. These Nana berries that we just got do not have any effect for the time being. Much later on we'll be able to use them, but they're not going to do us any good here. 2 roads, one above, one below. A road each for people and Pokemon. Perhaps that's right and fair. Hey, don't sneak up behind me like that! Oh, sorry, bub. Fisherman Dale. Like Dale from King of the Hill? Definitely one of the shows I've been meaning to watch a lot more of. It's just one of those kind of quaint, plain and simple shows, but with a lot of heart to it. Took out that tentacle very easily, and Alexa, you're so close, girl! Yeah, we're probably gonna get this right after we beat these opponents here. So got ourselves a new Pokemon here, Whalmer. It's a pure water type Pokemon, very high HP and decent power overall. That I did not want to see. Let me go against this. Let's go to Armstrong for this. So what this Whalmer is doing right now is Rollout. When a Pokemon uses a move like Rollout, it is locked into using that attack for 5 turns or until the move misses. But for every time that attack lands, the power of that move increases, and Rollout will eventually become really powerful. Definitely want to watch out if you see your enemy using Rollout. For that, Alexa reaches level 20 and wants to learn Spark. This is why I wanted Electrike on the team. I'm so happy right now. So Spark is one of the best attacks you can have this early on in the game. Electric attacks are neutral to so many Pokemon and super effective against a lot of them. There's so many water and flying types in the series. And combine that with Electrike's good power, it's just a very effective. Just look at how easily Alexa's tearing through these water Pokemon. It is so good to finally see her reach level 20. I lost! Drat! threat indeed. Fishing's all about concentration. You have to focus on the floater. Dude, don't talk about your floaters in front of me. But with that, we can take the experience share off Alexa. She doesn't need it anymore. Ooh, we got an extra attack from Pocky. Thank you, Melby. Very helpful. Hey, buddy. Wouldn't it be great to ride a bike at full speed on Cycling Road? Yes, it would. And we finally reached Mauville City. Hi, do you check out TV at all? They've had a bunch of cool new shows recently. TV's cool. See my friends on TV just out of the blue. Sometimes they even put you on TV without telling you. I wish I would be on TV sometime. That's why I think you should check out TVs whenever you can. That's not inaccurate. If I had a bike, it'd be easy to cycle to Slateport for some shopping. I'd be able to buy Harbor Mail at the Pokémon Mart in Slateport. So remember how I said that the Harbor Mail in Slateport City would be important? This is why. We'll deal with that in time. Use a certain move or use an item instead. The trainer's decisions determine how battles turn out, I think. There are items that temporarily elevate the stats of Pokemon. Once I know you use a battle or X attack and X defense. I do believe there are others like them. Yes, there are. Hello, sir. Let's stock up on some items. We don't really need to buy Pokeballs for the time being. We're good on healing items. Good on that. Get some good X items here. Dire Hit's real good, because that can increase your critical hit rate. And yeah, we still can't buy Revives, which is disappointing, to say the least. Certainly would be effective in that battle we had earlier. You know, it's cool to have Pokemon battles and stuff. When Pokemon gets hurt, you have to nurse it back to health. But it's free, so what's the problem? Get X speed. Very good. Hello there. Woohoo! I hear people call me the Rock Smash guy. But I find that sort of degrading. I think I deserve a bit more respect, like maybe the Rock Smash dude. Woohoo! Anyway, your Pokemon look pretty strong. I like that. Here, take this hidden machine. We get HM6 from this guy. That HM contains Rock Smash. If you come across large boulders that block your path, well, use that HM move and smash them right out of your way. Yes, sir. Smash rocks aside, I say. Woohoo! So, this HM this guy gives us. It sucks. Only 20 base power. But it can be taught to a lot of different Pokemon. It has a chance of lowering defense. But yeah, that low base power makes it so bad. In later generations, when Rock Smash gets boosted to 40 base power and it's converted into a regular TM and not an HM, it can actually be a good move that can be taught to a lot of your Pokemon whenever you want. It can be just a genuinely good coverage move in a lot of circumstances. But not in this game, not in Gen 3. It is trash. But I do want to teach it to Pocky, just so that I don't have to deal with it on my other Pokemon's movesets. We'll get rid of Tackle because we don't need it. So remember what that kid was saying about TV? If you see a TV that's flashing like this, it means it has a story for us. We are the Pokemon Fan Club. We're on the air. This program, we get your opinions, and I shout them out on your behalf. Isn't it a fantastic program concept? Today we bring you this report from a reporter who was sent out to the Pokemon Fan Club. So, just who's today's featured Pokemon fan? Haley! So let's hear what Haley has to say about Armstrong the Aron. And I'll shout those words of love out loud on TV. Hoo-ha! Let's shout! And let's see, what was it about that Aron that so attracted Haley? Spirit! Oh, such a spectacular declaration. The trainer's love for the Aron comes across loud and clear. Oh, there's still more. Let's check it out. Let me see now. Yes, Haley, what do Pokemon mean to you? Toughness! Bravo! That's the best shout I've had all day. Toughness! Makes you want to shout out loud again and again. Now that we've had a great shout, it's time to say goodbye until next time. Let's all have one last shout. All together now, toughness! Toughness indeed.
So yeah, those little segments where you get talked to by the reporters actually affect something in the game. However minor, it's still pretty dang cool. Thank you for healing up my Pokemon. Hope to see you again too. When I accessed the record corner, the data for what's hot and Duper got updated. Now the bit of data is the same as my friends. That man over there, he says weird things. He's funny in a weird way. I doubt I'll forget about him. A record corner opened upstairs in the Pokemon Center. I don't know what it's about, but it sounds fun. We'll go check it out. That's something that has to do with multiplayer, which I'm not covering, so forget it. Hi, I'm the trader. Want to trade decorations with me? I don't have decorations. See any decorative item that you want in mind? Speak up. I don't have any of those. You don't want anything? I feel unwanted. So, depending on certain things, that NPC can do different things. I'm not 100% on the details, but yeah, you can sometimes have a much different NPC in that spot in the Pokemon Center. This mechanic is completely revamped in the remakes, though, and ties into a certain side quest in those games. Can be interesting, can net you some good rewards if you feel like using bow powers in those games. It's not really anything I want to focus on here. What I do want to focus on is this area here. Ride in gravel and shake up your soul, Vital Cycles. This area is good. Well, what do we hear, most energetic customer? Me? You may call me Rydell. I'm the owner of the cycle shop. Your running shoes, they're awfully filthy. Did you come from far away? Yes. You're saying that you came all this way from Little Root? My goodness, that's ridiculously far. If you had one of my bikes, you could go anywhere easily while feeling the gentle caress of the wind. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a bike. Oh, wait a second, I forgot to tell you, there are two kinds of bikes. They're the Mach Bike and the Aqua Bike. The Mach Bike's for cyclists who want to feel the wind with their bodies, and an Aqua Bike is for those who prefer technical rides. I'm a real sweetheart, so you can have whichever one you like. Which one will you choose? For the time being, I highly recommend the Mach Bike. If you get the urge to switch bikes, just come see me. So yeah, we have access to two different kinds of bikes in this area. If we actually go into our items and use the bike, you can see that we can move around really fast, much faster than we could before. And also get some nice music in there. If we select the Aqua Bike, we can use it to perform certain tricks that can be used for getting across different kinds of terrain. The Mach Bike can also go across different terrain, depending on the circumstances, but still a very ineffective thing to grab. Yes, I got that. You know, you can go from here a long way in that direction without changing direction. Mine can be able to roll that way. You think your Pokemon will want to roll too? I can teach one the move Roll Out if you like. That is actually a really good move to have. And Armstrong's actually capable of knowing it, and it's a good move. I think for the time being, I'm going to keep... For the time being, I'm going to keep Rock Tomb, but that is a good move to get. You don't need to be shy about it, let's roll. Yeah, that move tutor is pretty darn good. I'll consider that for later. The roads in this town stretch north and south and east and west. Because of that, we get all sorts of people coming through. Over here is an area that we're probably going to cover next time. I don't have the time to talk about that right now. But up here, we got a familiar face. It's because of Pokemon this boy's got more pep, I suppose, but he's become a bit too peppy. Uncle, please? I want to challenge this gym and see how much better I become. Please? May I please? Hold on, Wally. So you started living with Pokemon, you have grown quite a lot stronger. But don't you think you're pushing it to suddenly challenge a gym? I'm not pushing it. If I combine forces with Ralts, we can beat anyone. Oh, hi, Haley. I got a lot
lot stronger since we met. Haley, I want you and my uncle to understand that. Haley, please, will you have a battle with me?
Sure.
Haley, thank you. Okay, here I come.
So we're finally gonna get a chance to battle Wally. He only has one Pokemon, and it's a Ralts. It's a Psychic-type Pokemon, decently fast, has some good special attack, but not much else. Has low HP, low defenses. We should be able to take this thing out very easily. I say that and it uses Double Team. I haven't had enough accuracy troubles this stream. Come on, Armstrong, you can handle this. One more hit will do it. Good work, buddy. Very good. I lost. Uncle, I'll go back to Verdant Turf.
Haley, thank you. Being a trainer's tough, isn't it? It's not enough just to have Pokemon and make them battle. That isn't what being a real trainer's about.
Wally, there's no need to be so down on yourself. What's keeping you from becoming stronger and stronger? Come on, let's go home. Everyone's waiting for you. Haley, it just dawned on me that you must be the trainer who kept an eye out for Wally when he caught his Pokemon. Why don't you visit us in Verdant Turf sometime? I'm sure Wally would enjoy it.
I'm sure he will.
Oh, hey, Scott. I was watching that match. You're friends with that boy Wally, aren't you? But you didn't hold anything back and beat him impressively. Yeah, that's what a real Pokemon battle's all about. I idolize trainers like that. I'll be cheering for you. I kind of feel bad for beating up Wally like that.
Hello, Haley. It's Haley. I challenged someone else after we battled. I came close, but I ended up losing. Oh well.
But after that surprisingly easy battle, I think that's where we're going to call things here. We have a lot of stuff to cover in this area. There is a lot of stuff to do around Mauville City and its surrounding areas, and we are going to be taking care of that next time. So, until then, have a good night. Be sure to wash your hands and stay safe in these times. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.